Looks like David is back in. Let's see if we can't get him promoted in here.
Oh, I'm here. I don't have an option for video though.
Oh, goodness.
And I'm going to need to share screen too. I've got.
Yeah. You've got a bunch of fun stuff to show today, huh?
I do. What I want to share with people is that they can start doing something today to extend their lifespan by 24%.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to hear about this.
So I'm anxious. I've been waiting for a half hour to get in. So I'm very anxious to share this information today.
Well, we definitely want to be able to hear from you, David.
I like David Mirengoff. I think put an X39 on the computer. That's a great suggestion.
That is a great suggestion.
I tell you what we could do is we could try to kind of continue on here. And I could put a link to some of the sites that I wanted to share, and then you can pull them up on your screen.
Oh, what a great idea. I can absolutely do that.
Okay. All right. So you want to kind of take it away?
Let's definitely do it, David. Oh my gosh, everyone's been so patient, you included. Thank you so much for being on the call today. Really do appreciate it.
So let's start off with the first one and just spend 1 minute and let's do an overview on the benefits of glutathione. And what I wanted to point out is that we never make any medical claims about glutathione. And when you go to the internet and you do a search, there is going to be all types of medical claims made about glutathione supplementation. So this is going to be one example where a website is talking about health benefits of glutathione. The ones, of course, as you know, Emily, that we're promoting are support of immune function, detoxification is a big one, support of the health of the skin. These are, overall the benefits that we're going to promote, general wellness benefits. So this isn't to say that taking a glutathione supplement won't provide some of these other benefits. It's just we're not claiming them about our patches and we don't test for that. Then the other one on reduce oxidative stress. This is a really big one. So what we're going to be talking about today are some of the practical things that people can do to not only increase how long they live, but also stay younger in the process, support their overall health, and give them a better quality of life. And these are things that they can do now, right? They don't have to wait for some advancement in medicine 10 or 20 years from now. So that's what I wanted to focus in on today. And glutathione is an important part of that. So a benefit that we're going to focus in on is the ability of glutathione to manage inflammatory stress and oxidative stress. So what this means is kind of twofold. First, if someone is suffering with a chronic or acute pain, so let's say they have arthritis or they just got a recent injury, by elevating their glutathione, they can reduce inflammation and oxidative chemicals and recover from that injury more quickly and be able to manage the pain and the inflammation. So that's a very, very important part of glutathione. So in other words, if people are using our X39 patch and they get some kind of injury, by using either Eon or glutathione, they can significantly improve their ability to manage pain.
That's amazing. We definitely want to be able to manage the pain, right?
Yep. Now I'm going to send you another link. And this one has to do with glutathione's role in aging. So one of the things that's really known about glutathione is that it's going to decline with age. And this has a number of adverse effects. So if we study human beings that live to be over 100 years old, one of the things that's found is that they have youthful levels of glutathione, or they have glutathione levels that are above normal, what would be considered normal. And this is very, very significant because it gives us a clue why people are able to live to be over 100 and still have their cognitive function intact, as one example. And so here's a study that is linking the health and vitality of the brain, in this case in rats, and how aging affects levels of glutathione. So, we can see this towards the end. It says these changes were associated with increased enzyme activity. So the results indicate that aged animals are likely more vulnerable to oxidative stress. Okay, and so we know that glutathione manages oxidative stress. So this is all to say that if we want to support overall health and function of our brain, we want to keep our glutathione levels elevated. And that, because glutathione is found throughout the body, this is just one of many benefits, but especially when we look at glutathione and aging, keeping glutathione elevated is going to help support the health and function of the brain.
That's pretty important. We definitely rely on the brain, right? We definitely want to make sure that that's functioning in a good way, especially as we age. This is so important.
Okay, so now I'm sending you another article, and we've never done a webinar like this. I guess
our brains are working, David.
Yeah, our members would rather see you than me anyway.
No,
so it's totally okay.
Not.
Totally okay. So okay, now that's kind of some of the bad news in the sense that we see that if people's glutathione levels decline with age, and that would actually be a normal consequence of aging, right? So most of the population is going to have a decline in glutathione with age. Now, the good news, of course, is that there are ways to elevate glutathione. A traditional way of elevating glutathione is to make sure we're getting enough cysteine in the diet. So sometimes, if we go back to the early 1900s, and when I was growing up, the early 1900s didn't seem so far away. But if we go, sorry, back to the 1920s, in America, where you had people that were eating eggs and milk every day, a medical doctor could go their entire career without ever having a case of heart disease, or maybe one case of heart disease. And so today we look at this and we say, well, how can that be? Everybody knows that eating eggs and milk is bad for you. Well, number one, back in the 1920s, they didn't have the type of pollution, right, in the environment and in the food that we have today. There was no GMOs. But more importantly, or equally as importantly, these foods are very rich in cysteine and glycine. And these are going to be cysteine, really been the predominant one here, is what is going to be an important precursor to the manufacture of glutathione. So I know we have a lot of vegans and vegetarians in our community, and it's more difficult to get cysteine if you're not consuming animal-based foods. So another benefit of supplementing with cysteine is that it will elevate glutathione, and there's been studies that show that this helps protect us against some of the severe side effects of COVID-19. And there's quite a bit of literature on that now, with the primary supplement being N-acetylcysteine. So this is all to say that if you take a glutathione supplement, it'll elevate your glutathione levels, let's say about 15 to 40% in 1 month. And our patch will elevate glutathione as much as 300% in only a single day. So I would still recommend, though, if people are vegans or vegetarians, they should supplement with cysteine. But here's an article that shows, we elevate our glutathione, and this is going to help reduce oxidative stress associated with aging. And that is going to have profound effects on our overall health.